Most technicians understand that there's such thing as an oil filter bypass, but there's a lot of misconceptions out there on how they operate and why they're there in the first place. So let's take just a couple of minutes to dig into the importance of these little valves and selecting the correct filter for the engine because of it. There are a lot of misunderstandings on what this valve actually does. Every engine has a designated pressure differential at which the bypass should occur. If the media can't flow enough oil fast enough, the engine says, sweet, just send it around the filter, but just keep the bearings alive. But let's ask ourselves, why did it bypass in the first place? The bypass will open because of a pressure differential across the media. See, often when a technician sees a filter bypass specification posted by a manufacturer, they incorrectly assume that the PSI rating is the gross oil pressure in the engine at which the filter will start to bypass. It's not. That is the PSI, the pressure differential across the filter. So what that means is this: the filter bypass is really only opening up when the filter becomes clogged. Even with cold oil and high engine RPM, the delta P across the clean media isn't enough to cause the bypass to open, which again is a common misconception across the industry. But still, it's extremely important to use the correct filter for the correct application. Different engines have a different oiling requirements, so not all bypass valves open at the same pressure. When you look at popular domestic V8s, for instance, Ford remain consistent. Ford modular engines, 2-valve versus 3-valve, V8 versus V10, for years ran essentially the same filter with the same bypass rating, which was 22 PSI. GM, well, really wasn't so nice. Starting with the Gen 4 LS, GM switched to a new style of oil filter with a similar sized housing as the Gen 3 motors, but with a metric M22 by 1.5 thread pitch. The Gen 4 engines moved the filter bypass from the engine oil filter adapter to the filter itself, and then ran a bypass pressure of around 14 PSI. This is important because when GM transitioned into the Gen 5 LT engine design, the filter outside dimensions remained about the same. The thread pitch remained the same, but the bypass pressure was raised to 22 PSI due to a change in oil pump design and engine oiling strategy. With the filters being dimensionally interchangeable, unknowing technicians are thinking the part number is just a supersession and unknowingly putting incompatible filters on older GMs, or vice versa. So why should you care? Well, as we talked about earlier, the filter bypass pressure is a key part of the oiling strategy of the engine. As the delta P increases across the filter media, the filter bypass will open when the PSI threshold is hit. If this does not happen, or happens at the incorrect pressure, you risk anything from a check engine light to a drivability concern to actually starving the engine of oil and damaging engine internals in the process. This is why it's so important to use not only a quality filter, but the correct filter for the application. Just because a filter will screw on and seal does not mean it's going to work. Most filter companies will post their filter specifications either on their website or the website of their distributor. And also, it's best to look up the filter by VIN or at least year, make, and model. Cross-reference guides can be wrong, and even if it's accurate, how do you know the person who changed the oil last time used the correct filter? It's just not worth the risk. Proper engine filtration is more important now than ever. If there's any question, take the extra 2 minutes and look the filter up. It can save you a ton of headaches in the future. I hope you got something out of this quick tech tip, and until next time, thanks for watching.